Included with the Huntron Workstation software is a feature called Remote Control. Remote Control allows users to control the Huntron Workstation software from their own custom application. This is a great solution if you want to automate your own test equipment by connecting it to a Huntron Access Prober. It works like this. A user interface application is developed to control all the functions needed to test a particular circuit board. A test is created in Huntron Workstation that contains the components or points to be tested and their XY locations for the Access Prober. External test equipment is configured to provide power and control the circuit board as needed. The selected test instrument used to measure or inject required signals is connected to the Access Prober. The test execution is initiated by the user interface application commanding Huntron Workstation through the Huntron Remote Control DLL to place the probe at a specific location on the circuit board under test. The user interface then commands the external hardware to set up controls such as DC power for the circuit. With the circuit board set up, the user interface commands the test instrument to capture a measurement. Once the measurement is captured, the user interface then commands Huntron Workstation to lift the probe and move to the next test position where the process starts again. The key to remote control is the Huntron Client DLL that contains the function calls available to control the workstation software from a custom user interface application. Examples of the available functions are Open File, Get Components, Prober Align, Prober Pin Down, and Prober Move Home, just to name a few. Huntron Workstation includes a working sample application created in Visual Basic.net that shows each function called out and linked to a button, menu, or checkbox. The sample application is to simply show the individual functions in a working environment. This demonstration was inspired by an actual customer using Microsoft Excel as their user interface. The goal is to create a basic user interface and use a Huntron Access DH2 prober to automatically place probes on select circuit board test points. At each test point, we will make voltage, resistance, or frequency measurements and log the data to a spreadsheet. A Keysight 34461A DMM is connected to the Access DH2 prober with the test line attached to the Z2 test probe and the common line attached to the Z1 probe. The prober is controlled by Huntron Workstation in remote mode. We selected 10 test points on a Huntron training circuit board that contains a powered section and created a test in Huntron Workstation. Alignment points were selected, XY locations of the test points were added and saved into the Huntron Workstation test database. Check out the Access DH2 demonstration video to see the test creation process in more detail. A simple relay system was used to switch power to the circuit board under test. The relay is enabled by an external power supply controlled by the user interface. The Excel-based user interface was designed to be simple to use and easy to edit. Each button links to associated macros that initiate specific steps in the test process. The macros contain the code needed to accomplish the steps by calling functions in the Huntron Client DLL, as well as sending controls to the external power supply and the DMM test instrument. The first step is to connect to the PC and start Workstation. Clicking the Start Workstation button opens a remote port to the PC and starts the Huntron Workstation application in remote mode. When Workstation is running, the user can open the Workstation test file created earlier. Once the file is open, the component list is read from Workstation and populates the spreadsheet. In this case, each component is a one-pin test point. For each test point, test with power on is enabled or disabled. The measurement type is set. The DMM range setting indicated. The expected measurement value input, and the allowed tolerance is set. On the right side of the spreadsheet, a key is included so the user can copy and paste the desired settings. For the sake of this video, we will fast forward through this process. The command to execute testing of points first initiates the prober auto-align function where precise board position is set. Board alignment is critical as it ensures correct position when one board is removed and another mounted into the Huntron Access prober. Next, the first component and pin are selected and the prober is commanded to place the probes on the test point and a ground reference. These steps take place behind the scenes in Huntron Workstation. The reading is captured and displayed in the user spreadsheet where it is compared to the expected value with the tolerance applied. A passed or failed indication is displayed and the test moves to the next point where the process is repeated until all test points have been scanned. We included a variety of measurement types such as DC voltage, frequency, and resistance. A 200 millisecond delay was also added to allow the measurements to stabilize. The resistance measurements are taken with the board power off and with the test probes placed directly on the resistor pins. When the full test is completed, the probes return to the home position. The spreadsheet indicates the pass-fail status of each test point in green or red. The results are logged to a separate spreadsheet that is appended with each scan. This implementation of Huntron Remote Control is fairly basic as it is just for demonstration purposes, but hopefully provides some useful insight on how you can automate your test process. For more information on Huntron products, please visit our website at huntron.com. Thank you for watching.